Ram, Ram, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So we are reading from tomorrow. Tomorrow maybe I'll be busy. Tomorrow is a Prabhupada lecture. So we're reading from chapter 8 of Bhagavad Gita. I think the Supreme. We read 13th chapter, Jati Paramangati. How to go Paramgati, supreme destination. Omit but Prabhupada Parvat said, not by Umetakshakara, and this is by Hare Krishna Mahamud, we can go Paramamagati. How? Ananyachita Shatatam, only that. Ananyachita Shatatam. Wow, we have not think any other thing. Always remember with that definition, only that. Why? What is the benefit of going there? So much sacrifice? Yes. If you go there, you have to come back this miserable life again. Miserable material world again. From text 15. Mamuputta punarjamna dukkhalam shashvatam. No apnubanti mahatmana shanksiddhim paramam gati. That paramam gati. Again, that paramam gati. Supreme destination. Mamuputta, after achieving me, mamuputta, after achieving me, punarjanma, again birth. Where? Dukkhalayam. Dukkhalayam means place of miseries. Alay means place, like Himalaya, Vidyalaya, alay place. Place of dukkha, miseries. Not only place of miseries, another problem is ashashvatam, temporary. No, never. This material world is temporary and full of misery. One should not take birth again here. Apnubanti attains Mahatmana, the great soul, Shanksiddhim, perfection, Siddhi, Shanksiddhi, perfection. Paramam Gataha, Param, ultimate Gataha, having achieved. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Since this temporary material world is full of miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death, naturally, he who achieves the highest perfection and attains the supreme planet Krishna Lok, Golok Vrindavan, does not wish to return. Here, who has made this world? Krishna has made this world. And after making, he is saying, this world is Dukkhalam Ashashvatam. In Prabhupada one lecture, he told, the Americans, you may think, oh, Indian people are poor. That is why telling this world is Dukkhalayam. We are American people in Shukhalayam. Prabhupada saying, okay, you may think like that. But another problem is Ashashvatam, temporary. How long? Next time, you are this time in America, next time in African jungle as animal. So he who made this world, he is telling this. And we rascal, we are thinking, if I purchase one flat and one car, you can deposit some money and medically in a best company, then my life will be protected. Rascal. Krishna is saying, Dukkhalam Ashashvatam, and we want to challenge Krishna. What are you saying, rascal Krishna? We're making Shukhalayam and permanent. Since this temporary material is full of miseries, what are the miseries? Birth, old age, disease, and death. Naturally, he who achieves the highest perfection and attains the supreme planet, Krishna Golok Vrindavan, he does not wish to return. Why? Gurma said, one bitten, twice shy. You're beaten like this type of thing. Oh, no more, no. Once beaten, twice shy. The supreme planet is described in Vedic literature as Abhyakta and Akshara and Paramagati. In other words, that planet is beyond our material vision and it is inexplicable. But it is the highest goal, the destination for the Mahatmas. The Mahatmas receive transcendental messages from the realized devotees and thus gradually develop devotional service in Krishna consciousness and become so absorbed in transcendental service that they no longer desire elevation to any of the material planets, nor do they even want to be transferred to any spiritual planet. No dhanam, no janam, no shindam kavita. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, say, नहीं चाहे कि देह सुख विद्या धन আর नहीं मागी स्वर्ग আর हाँ नहीं मागी स्वर्ग আর মোক্ষ नहीं मागी না করি প্রার্থনা কোনো বিভূতির লাগি I don't want नहीं मागी स्वर्ग नहीं मोक्ष नहीं मागी I don't aspire मोक्ष also না মাগি প্রার্থনা কবু বিভূতির লাগে বিভূতির opulence in Vaikuntha planets also I don't aspire. Oh, what they want? They want only Krishna and Krishna's association and nothing else. It's a child. Whatever you give to a child, he or she will not take anything other than mother. That is love. That is the highest perfection of life. They want only Krishna, no dhan, John, Sundari Kavita, liberation, even Vaikuntha planets. That is the highest perfection of life. This verse specifically mentions the personalist devotees of the Supreme Lord Krishna. These devotees in Krishna consciousness achieve the highest perfection of life. In other words, they are the supreme souls. Now question, okay, why Krishna? There are so many other planets? No. Abrahma Bhuvanat Loka Punaravartinarjana. Mamuvitta Tukonta Punarjana Vitta. Brahma. I mean starting from Brahma Bhuvanat Loka. Up to the Brahmalok planet. Brahma Bhuvanat Loka. Then Brahman. Up to the Brahman, like Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, up to Brahman. Padamastak, from foot to head. So Brahma Bhuvanat. Bhuvanat, here Bhuvanat, T, Ta. And when this Loka, this T become L. You can try to Bhuvanal Loka. You try to pronounce Bhuvanat Loka. Separately pronounce and only commonly Bhuvanal Loka. Then automatically Tha become law. That's why Sanskrit is very scientific. It is not imagination. It is natural, this pronunciation. Now, Jagat Jivan. You commonly pronounce Jagat Jivan. It is natural. It is not artificially they make some rule. It is naturally developed like that. Loka, the planetary systems. Brahma Bhuvanat, up to the Brahmalok planet. Loka, the planetary systems. Puno, again. Avartino, returning. Origin. Mam upetto, mam unto me upetto arriving, by arriving in my planet. Tu but, Kunti was son of Kunti, Punarjanma na vidyate, Punarjanma rebirth, never vidyate takes place. Abrahma the Punarjanma. But, if you go to Krishna's planet, no Punarjanma. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. All kinds of yogis karma, all kinds of yogis, karma, jnana, hatha, etc., eventually have to attain devotional perfection in bhakti or Krishna consciousness. Before they can go to Krishna's transcendent abode and never return. Those who attain the highest material planets, the planets of the demigods, are again subjected to rebirth, are again subjected to repeated birth and death. As persons on earth are elevated to higher planets, people on higher planets, such as Brahmalok, Chandralok, and Indralok, fall down to earth. The practice of sacrifice called Panchagni Vidya, recommended in Sandhya Upanishad, enables one to achieve Brahmalok. But if on Brahmalok one does not cultivate Krishna consciousness, then he must return to earth. Those who progress in Krishna consciousness on the higher planets are gradually elevated to higher and higher planets, and at the time of universal devastation are transferred to the eternal spiritual kingdom. Baladev Vidyabhushan, in his commentary of Bhagavad Gita, quotes this verse from Kurma Purana. Brahmana shahote sarve samprapte putishan chare parshante kitatmanaha pravishanti paramupadam. When there is devastation of this material universe, Brahma and the devotees who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness are all transferred to the spiritual universe and to specific spiritual planets according to their desires. So, there is a purpose again. Here, Bhagavad Gita said, Brahma Bhuvanat Loka Punarit. From Brahmalok again come. But here, Prabhupada giving quotes from Baladev Vidyabhushan, Kurma Purana. He is saying, Brahma is not returning. He is giving, when there is devastation of this material universe, Brahma and the devotees who are constantly engaged in Krishna's consciousness are all transferred to the spiritual universe and to specific spiritual planets according to their desires. Brahma shahote sarve. Brahma shaho. With Brahma, sarve, every. Samprapte putishancha. So when whole Brahmanda devastated, and Brahma and the devotees who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness, they will transfer, they will come back. So that means it is not contradiction with the Kurma Purana and Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. Yes, from Brahmalok is devastation, but in Brahmalok, Brahma, naturally, he is not an ordinary person. Krishna appointed him with the Lord of this universe. So naturally, he is devotee. And his other associates also, those who are devotees, they will automatically promote him because they are not subject to come in material world. So world is devastated. Naturally, they will go above. Now, Brahma's life, how is Brahma's life so how long? Shastra Yuga Parjantam Ahurja Brahmana Vidu Ratrim Yuga Shastrantam Te Ahoratra Vidu Jana Shastra 1000 Yuga Parjantam millenniums including Yuga millenniums Parjant including Aho day Jat that is Brahmana of Brahma Vidu they know Ratri night Yuga millenniums Shasrantam similarly ending after 1000 they Avaratra day and night Vidaha who understand Jana people. Translation. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's world. And such also is duration of his night. Part 1. The duration of the material universe is limited. It is manifested in cycles of kalpas. A kalpa is a day of Brahma. And one day of Brahma consists of 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas or ages Satya, Pita, Dwapar and Kali. The cycle of Satya is characterized by virtue, wisdom and religion. Virtue, wisdom and religion. There being practically no ignorance and vice. And the yuga lasts 17 lakh 20,000 years. In the Treta Yuga, vice is introduced and these yuga lasts 12 lakh 96,000 years. In the Dwapar Yuga, there is even greater decline in virtue and religion, vice increasing, and these yuga lasts 8 lakh 64,000 years. And finally, in Kali Yuga, there is an abundance of strife, ignorance, illusion, and vice. True virtue being practically non-existent, and this yuga lasts 4 lakh 32,000 years. And out of 4 lakh 32,000 years, only the yuga we have now been experiencing over the past 5,000 years. So another 4 lakh 27 years. In Kali Yuga, vice increases to such a point that at the termination of the yuga, the Supreme Lord himself appears as the Kalki avatar, vanquishes demons, saves his devotees, and commences another Satyajug. Then the process is set rolling again. Then again Satyajug Dwapar Kali. These 4 yugas are rotating 1,000 times, comprising 1 day of Brahma, and the same number comprises 1 night. Brahma lives 100 of such years and then dies. These 100 years by Earth calculations total to 311 trillion and 40 billion Earth years. I'm reading it. The 100 years by Earth calculation means Brahma's life. Brahma's life is 100 such years. That means Brahma's life is 311 trillion and 40 billion. Earth years. So it is beyond our calculation. 40 billion means 40 billion means 40,000 crore. That means 3 means in Indian calculation 3 crore 11 lakh koti crore. Okay, we can count it. 311 trillion and 40 billion years, Earth years. By these calculations, the life of Brahma seems fantastic and interminable. But from the viewpoint of eternity, it is as brief as lightning flash. Wow! 311 trillion? But if 311 trillion incomparable Ananta, unlimited time, eternity is a flashing of light. In the causal ocean, there are innumerable Brahmas rising and disappearing like bubbles in the Atlantic Pacific Ocean. Brahma and his creation are all part of the material universe, and therefore they are in constant flux. In the material universe, not even Brahma is free from the process of birth, old age, death, and disease. Brahma Sangita, how is Brahma personal said? Just Indragopyam Athamendram Ahoshakam. Brahma, however, is directly engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord in the management of this universe. Therefore, he at once attains liberation. Why Brahma is here? Brahma is appointed by the Lord to take care of this conditioned soul. There is one universe destroyed, Brahma automatically gets promoted. Elevated sannyasis are promoted to Brahma's particular planet, Brahmaloka, which is the highest planet in the material universe, and which survives all the heavenly planets in the upper strata of the planetary system. But in due course, Brahma and all the inhabitants of Brahmaloka are subject to death according to the law of material nature. So if is in the case of Brahma, then what about other living creatures? Brahma's life is like that. Now what about other living creatures? Abhyakta Sharva Prahavanti Haragam Ratri Agame Pulyanti Tatriva Abhyakta Sangake. Abhyakta from the unmanifest. Bhaktaya living entities. So Abhyakta, Bhaktaya, the living entities manifest come from the unmanifest. Sarva, all. Abhyakta, Bhaktaya, Sarva, all. Prahavanti become manifest. So Prahavanti, Oho Agame, Oho means day, Agama is coming. So Aho Agama means at the beginning of the day. Aho means day, like Aho Raho. So Aho Agame, at the beginning of the day, Abhyaktat Bhaktima, Abhyaktat Bhakta Sharma. When day starts, everything manifests from unmanifest. In the opposite way, Ratri Agame, at the fall of night, Pralayante are annihilated. Tatra into that, it was suddenly object the unmanifest Shangake, which is called. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state, and therefore, when the night falls, they are merged into the unmanifest again. So, how long will it continue? When will it finish? Coming and going, coming and going. When this business will finish? Bhuto gramo sha evayam. Bhutta bhutta pralyate. Ratri agame avashapartha. Bhavati oho agame. Bhuto gramaha. Grama plural number. Bhuto grama. This means aggregate of all living entities. Bhuto grama. All living entities. So this ever certainty. Ayam this. Bhutta bhutta. Repeated. Bhutta. To become. Repeatedly taking bath. Bhutta. Praliyate is annihilated. Ratri agame. On the arrival of night. Ratri agame. Avasha automatically. Partho son of Pritha. Prabhavati is manifest. Aho of daytime. Agame on the arrival. Translation. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all living entities come into being. And with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. The less intelligent who try to remain within this material world may be elevated to higher planets and then again must come down to this planet Earth. During the daytime of Brahma, they can exist their activities. During the daytime of Brahma, they can exhibit their activities on higher and lower planets within this material world. But at the coming of Brahma's night, they're all annihilated. In the day, they receive various bodies for material activities. And at night, they no longer have bodies but remain compact in the body of Vishnu. Then again, they are manifest at the arrival of Brahma's day. Bhutta bhutta pralyate. During the day, they become manifest, and at the night, they are annihilated again. Ultimately, when Brahma's life is finished, they are all annihilated and remain unmanifest for millions and millions of years. And when Brahma is born again in another millennium, they again manifest. In this way, they are captivated by the spell of material world. But those intelligent persons who take to Krishna consciousness use the human life fully in the devotional service of the Lord, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thus they transfer themselves, even in this life, to the spiritual planet of Krishna and become eternally blissful there, not being subject to such rebirths. Very nice. Okay. Okay, we want to announce something here. It's Chittari Krishna Bhu, are you here? Pankaj is here?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam.
So, yeah, you can announce.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam.
Chittari Krishna, Chittari Shampoo wants to announce something.
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, due to your blessings and mercy, one of our devotee in our base, known as Pankaj Magar, he scored 90 percentile in his college, IET, Indore Engineering College, and also Maharaj, during his base time, he was regularly chanting 16 rounds, and also he was the OC of our base, overall coordinator, making flowers, bringing devotees into the base, doing preaching, going to the colleges, and making arrangement for the devotees for Sunday class. Gulshan Pro and Pankaj Pro tirelessly working for our Kuladeep base. So also managing base, and the result came fantastic. Like he scored 90%. So
He's
Pankaj
topper.
Pro, yes, Maharaj, he's topper and also scored 90 percentile. So and also he regularly attends our 5:30 p.m. class. So Pankaj Mangar Prabhu is here, Maharaj.
Okay, I'm not seeing him.
Maharaj,
Okay,
Pankaj Prabhu, you can open
okay.
your audio.
Yeah. Do you want to say something or feeling?
Hare Krishna Maharaj Dhanvatna. Thank you Maharaj Ji for such a wonderful setup you have created for us. I've never imagined in my life that I will do Krishna consciousness in my college life. If I got selected in IIT, so at that time I may not get Krishna consciousness, but somehow in IIT I get the wonderful opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. And during the initial days of my base life and when I was entered into the base, I was having some backlogs. So my seniors guided me, and I did nothing, just followed the instruction of Manram Chetan Prabhuji, and he desired me to get 9 pointers. So after completing the engineering, I secured 9 pointer by your blessing, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
You're the topper of the college, huh?
महाराज जब ये
Yes.
बेस में शिफ्ट हुए थे तो इनको 2 बैक लगे थे, 2 सब्जेक्ट में बैक थे, तो ये बहुत परेशान थे। मैंने कहा जस्ट आप फॉलो करते रहो मनोरम चेतन प्रभु को, सेमेस्टर के एंड में आपके 9 पॉइंटर बनेंगे। और सच में ये हो गया। मैंने तो जोकिंगली बोला था ये कि आपके बैक आना बंद हो जाएंगे और आपके 9 पॉइंटर आ जाएंगे, लेकिन ये फॉलो करते गए और एंड में इनके सच में 9 पॉइंटर आ गए महाराज। तो 2
Not
बैक
the
से 9 पॉइंटर तक।
topper only.
यस महाराज, टॉप किया उन्होंने। तो बेस में आने के पहले बैक लग रहे थे और अभी टॉप हो गए महाराज।
Very good. We are proud of you. Right.
महाराज इन्होंने वाव लिया है कि ये 5:30 वाली पीएम वाली क्लास में खुद भी आएंगे और बहुत सारे आईआईटी बच्चों को भी अपनी इंग्लिश वाली 5:30 क्लास में जोड़ेंगे महाराज।
Thank you very much. Okay, Namrashita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat pranams to you. Maharaj, the Brahma's night when everybody is annihilated, that means they die or it is that they sleep?
Sleeps in Mahavishnu's body.
And then the same souls come back in
Yes.
Brahma's planet?
Yes, like if you sleep and woke up, somebody will look like whole Brahman is entering Mahavishnu's through breathing in body. So everybody is dark, sleeping. But when you sleep, can you imagine how long you slept? Maybe Brahma's one night you are sleeping, you don't know. Because after death you die. What death?
So Maharaj, one more thing I wanted to ask, like Kalki Maharaj, he comes at the end of this Kali Yuga. So the Kali Yuga, as it is advancing, we are having more of advanced technology in the form of various vehicles, and we have, and this is what we know. We come to know sometimes that there will be some cars flying in the in the air, more advanced technology, na? So at the end of Kali that means there would be very advanced technology, but Kalki Maharaj will come on a horse. So I can't understand that, like how the thing Satyug will merge, or like how it will come and.
When this step only 5,000 has. When another you have to wait 27 lakh. Sorry, another 4 lakh 27,000 years. After that, this technology will not be there. There is no technology. Like if in this time there is like we are so proud of our mobile. If mobile company stop, the technology vanish. Like only China and some one or two countries knows that technology. If the technology is destroyed, so what is the power of this technology? You are using mobile in so many ways, but if you don't get mobile, no internet connection. Actually, we are controlled by someone else, but by hallucination, I'm controlling. Somebody is controlling us through internet. They are giving internet facilities using, but we are thinking we are controlling. We're so proud. Rascal. And in this way, progress, they will not find anything to eat. If like one atomic blast happens everywhere, every rascal, then where will go? They will get food also. Now we get little scientific development, we are thinking we don't care. All this. Or you may think maybe 5,000 years ago, they have no idea of the deepen or all these things. They are thinking the same way by horse. We may think in such a way. But if 5,000 years ago, if Bhagavatam wrote like this internet and this sort of thing, there can you make someone understand what is this technology? So we are thinking, oh, why Bhagavad did not know all these things? He has not written there all these things. If he knew that, but he cannot write all these things because nobody will understand at that time whatever he is speaking about. Whatever he is practicing, you will tell 50 years ago all these things. Who could have understood? What is technology? What is internet? What is WhatsApp? What is Instagram? So that is why we should have full faith in the scripture. Yes, how it happened in the form of horse, what is the allegorical presentation, whatever may be. But that is conclusion is the most important thing. That means he'll kill everybody. That is the main fact. Okay. Vishakha.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, I have a doubt in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, verse 8. Srila Prabhupada writes in purport that in the Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Shiva and others are created by me, though they do not know that they are created by me. So my question is that even ordinary people know that Krishna created us. So why Shiva unaware of this, that Krishna created him? So how can understand?
In the connection, one has to understand when nobody knows me, that means they don't know how he has made me. And apart from Krishna, everybody under illusion. When some sorts of illusion, so nobody can get complete knowledge. So everybody, Krishna is Maya, Dhish, and all other live Maya, Adhin. That is, they don't know means they don't know completely. But most important to understand, so Krishna is the supreme, other is subject. But in different degree. other living entities, like you can see, our knowledge and small insects knowledge, it got what difference. And if you say insects, no, human being cannot know how Krishna made it. Oh, how is it possible? You cannot understand. We mean so many things, but in comparison to Krishna, we are insignificant. Okay, last question. Guranga.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. So my question is that after devastation, after destroyment, Brahma and the associates will go to spiritual planet. So is it limited in Vaikuntha, or they can also go to the Golok Vrindavan? Means
No, it
only.
is Prabhupada told Brahma and those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, they will go according to their consciousness, their planet. Those are practicing for Golok Vrindavan, they go Golok Vrindavan. Those practicing for Ajodhya, they'll go Ajodhya. Because they're supposed to go. At that time, everything pack up. So they okay, you can go out of permission.
Hare Krishna Guru.
Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada, ki jai. Bhagavad Gita, as it is. Go.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.